We're at Ruby's Summer Cottage, a rambling lake house in the rural countryside 2 hours from Minneapolis. The house has a porch with a screen door which slams and a dock just steps away which leads out to the lake. Inside there is an open kitchen and living area and a cozy bedroom stage right. The curtain rises on the bedroom. Late night. A few lit candles give the room a golden glow. The lights come up very, very low to reveal 2 figures under a sheet. In the dim light, we can see that a top sheet is pulled around the shoulders of a woman. We hear the sounds of lovemaking.
You okay?
Good, I'm good.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now you just let me catch my...
No, it's a cramp!
Such a great hunter out!
I'm fine.
Oh, George, you scared me. Why gave me such a fright? Oh.
Very 27. It was really something.
Oh, George. I truly love you.
Scene 2. Morning. Ruby is scrambling eggs and making toast in the kitchen while George sits and reads the local paper. A pot of coffee sits in front of George and he pours a bit more into his cup.
The late reader always astounds me. Nothing but dairy cows and fat little kids posing with ice cream. Rural, you could say.
George, can you get the plates?
What was that?
Don't pretend you don't hear me, George. Get up and get the breakfast plates. And I think it's nice, this rural simplicity.
Where are they?
Oh, don't make me angry. You've come to my lake house with me 6 or 7 times this year. You know where the plates are.
My memory's not what it used to be.
Oh, I believe that's selective where your perception of women's work is concerned. Now get the forks too, please. And some cloth napkins from the drawer. You want cheese on your eggs? Cheese or no?
No thanks, doll. Why can't a rural paper have some hard news? Sugar Bear Farms announces new line of cheese curds.
Just put the plates down at each place setting, will you? What did that wife of yours do to you anyway? She must have waited on you hand and foot.
She did.
Well, she shouldn't have.
She was poles apart from you, Ruby. God bless her. Unleaded just never does it for me, Sugar.
Oh, I know, but you can't have caffeine. Are you all right?
Hey, how come you don't have a nickname for me? I call you Doll or Sugar or Shug, and you don't. I hate this decaf.
I don't know, maybe I'm just not sentimental. Listen, when Sam was alive, I had to teach him to help in the kitchen, just like our daughters. Everybody's got to pitch in. Nobody gets waited on. That's family.
Well, I'm old school, as my kids like
Well,
to say.
then grow out of it. All 3 of my daughters noticed it at Thanksgiving, and it's not making a very fine impression. If their father could learn, then you...
Why? Because they still see you as the consummate politician. Ruby Costler, State Board of Education and all that. You shouldn't be cooking.
Don't make fun. That wasn't easy in my day.
What's wrong with making me eggs?
Oh, nothing. I don't mind making you eggs, but pitching when the girls were here, okay? I want them to think well of you. It's the first time since Sam died that I've had a beau, and I... Oh, George, you're crying again.
I'm not.
You are. I swear, George, you tear up more than...
Ruby,
What?
I want to ask you something.
I'm listening. I am.
You're not. I want us to live together.
That's not a question.
Don't semantic me now. Look me in the eyes. Ruby, I want to get married.
George, no.
Why not?
I liked you more when you were crying.
Husband, I'm going to just keep asking until you say yes. I don't care that we're 82 and 84. I love you with all my heart. You know it. want to spend the last few years of
All
my...
right, but please don't posit it in the framework of our imminent demise.
Well, you with me, don't you?
I do love to bicker with you. Yes, I really do.
Them's the words, babe. I do. Ruby, marry me. Make me a happy
All
man.
right, you win. Yes, I'll marry you.
You will?
On one condition. Well, two.
They are.
You learn to do some housework. And you keep having sex with me for as long as we can. Well, you will what? Which one?
Ruby, kiss me.
Well, this is going to piss everybody off.
Scene 3, living room of the next day, early morning. George sits on the couch, puts the open paper on the table, then sneaks a candy box out from under the couch. He pops several white-covered candies into his mouth and chews. Just as his mouth is full, his son Trent enters from the porch carrying a suitcase, 2 rods, and some fishing gear, which he drags into the room as the screen door slams behind him.
Sorry, Dad.
Son, I didn't expect you until
I
sometime.
got up at 4.
That's ambitious. I'm only up because I can't sleep.
Hey, good to see you, Dad.
Trent, you saw me a month ago.
You're a pain in the ass, but I like you, Dad. What can I say?
Thanks.
Trent picks up the candy box.
Chocolate? I thought you were supposed to be off caffeine and sugar. Your sugar count was really high the
That
last time.
stuff isn't chocolate. It's white chocolate. It's made with some fake cream or chemical, I'm sure.
Dad?
Let me die a happy man, will you?
That's always the trump card, isn't it? I'd rather not have you die at all, is the point.
It's good to see you. How's teaching?
28 hormonally charged teenagers and English lit. What could be possibly more delightful? We start next week. So how's Ruby?
Feisty as ever. I feel 20 again.
And the doc says that's okay?
Knock it off, will you? Everybody's got a good goddamn opinion about what I should and shouldn't be doing, but I'm still here, I'm still in my head, my equipment's still working, and I'm happier than I've been since your mother died. So let's let each other live, shall we?
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. So, are we gonna fish? The lake's like glass.
Yeah, what'd you bring? We got bass, walleye,
I
perch.
brought enough bait to last the whole morning. Is anyone else around?
Not yet. Let me get my sweater.
A key rustles upstage from the front door.
Oh, damn, that's gonna be one of them.
Lexi, Ruby's oldest daughter, enters carrying a roller bag. She is in her early 50s, striking and shapely.
George, well, hi there. I didn't think anybody would be up here yet. And Trent, right? I hope things are going better for you than...
I'm sorry, you
Oh,
are...
Lexi, oldest of the 3. Geez, that sounds ominous. I met you at Thanksgiving.
I don't remember.
I was the one locking you in. You and your ex-wife were screaming at each other over my mother's lawn, I believe. I moved my car so you could get out.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, please. I see it all the time.
You do?
Well, maybe not that bad.
There it is. And she's teasing you. She's got her mother's wicked sense of humor.
Wow, thank you, George. That is high praise.
Ruby comes out of the bedroom in her bathrobe. George kicks the candy box under the couch.
What's all the commotion? Oh, Trent. Well, it's nice to see you here already. Thank you for taking the time. And Lexi, how was the drive?
Oh, it was nice. The sun was barely out, the light coming off the lake. Oh, it's always amazing up here. I just love this place.
Now she's pitching for her inheritance, and she's been here 5 minutes.
Not funny, Mother.
I thought it was.
See what I mean? Same damn sense of humor.
Well, how about some breakfast?
No, Trout and I are going fishing, aren't we?
Oh, no, you don't have to go the minute you get here, do you?
Well, let it be, Ruby. Come on, son, let's
Come
go.
on, stay. I thought I might fix some
No,
nice...
no, we're out the door.
Oh, George.
They love to argue, don't they? She figured with my father like that, too.
Oh, but Sam wasn't as good at it. George wields a nice sword.
Mother.
Boy,
Later.
You will.
bye, George. Why do you always do that, Lexi?
Why can't you call me by my given name? Jeez, I'm 54. Every time I walk into this house, I feel like I'm 12 again.
Your father let me name you Alexandra so we could call you Lexi. So buck up and indulge me. It reminds me of him. You didn't answer.
Because I don't know what you're talking about.
That man is handsome. George's son?
I know that. I've met him before, Mother.
Why do you have to assert yourself as the grand observer? Why can't you just be a girl? You want some granola?
I'm a woman, please. And no thanks, I had oatmeal.
Nobody wants to date Dr. Kostler.
I don't want to date your companion's son. Jeez, and I thought you were asleep in there.
Oh, with all that racket, the door was ajar, and it sounded to me like you were attracted to it.
Good God, she's not even in the room, and she thinks she can hear that I'm attracted to somebody.
I was getting my bathrobe on. You were 20 feet away from where I was standing. George is not my companion, he's my lover. There, shocking.
Oh, so it's Mr. Hyde this week, huh? Jeez. Yummy coffee.
Oh, just the weak stuff. Out of a can, but I can...
No, I can make it.
Oh, Dan Greenlaw came by yesterday.
My ex-husband?
I thought you'd want to know. He looks good.
He always did.
Why don't you just...
Why don't you just mind your own business?
Well, he's coming by.
When?
Tomorrow, the next day sometime. So you might want to brush your hair or something.
I give up. I'm going to go take a shower. Where am I?
You're in your old room.
Thanks, Mom.
Good to be. Oh, you're welcome. And Lexi,
Yeah.
try to be a person this week. Not a therapist, just for me.
Yes, Mother. I will try.
Scene 4, Ruby's bedroom, afternoon of the same day. Ruby is on the far side of the bed, applying sunscreen in her bathing suit. George enters with his phone in his hand and sets it on the side table. Both go about the business of ready to go out on the boat as the scene progresses.
Who are you talking to?
I was talking to my granddaughter.
Maya, short for Jeremiah. Who names their girl Jeremiah?
That's ex-wife, evidently. Maya's coming up.
I thought we said no grandchildren.
She was going to drive up here for the day and then leave. I told her she could stay. I didn't say no.
Oh, hide your purses. Who's the singer? After that scene at Thanksgiving, I would have
It
thought.
got worse. He said Maya was stealing your mother's credit card number after I kicked her out. I really don't understand sock seams.
This is after she'd stolen his? Isn't she almost 30?
She's 28. The seams are on the wrong side. They pinch and bite in your shoes and rub on your toes.
Are you sure you want her here? Because truly, if you ask me,
I'm not. She's my granddaughter. What do you want from me?
Oh, I know.
What about your daughters?
Well,
These things pinch.
the other two are on their way, and all three of them will be in their full glory by the end of the weekend. So, why don't you just wear them wrong side out?
Brilliant, doll. 82 years old, and there it is. Wear them inside out. I love a simple solution. So, you told them,
No, chicken down.
Ruby,
Oh, well, I thought I'd wait until they get here. Maybe I can stem the tide of hysterical adversity by having them all in a room together.
all three of them? That's an onslaught. Maybe they just don't like you.
No, you don't pout. It's not you. I know my crowd. It'll be about money. Well, inheritance. You told Trent? Oh, chicken, just like me.
He doesn't count. He'll be easier.
Oh, who says he will?
So, speaking of money, how much do they owe?
Who says they owe?
I can add, Ruby. I'm not lying. Tell me the truth. How much?
I don't think we should be talking about it.
Yes, we should. We have to. I won't have them at each other's necks when one or both of us dies. I'm getting it all down in black and white with no loopholes. I want it nailed down.
Well, then we better get ourselves a lawyer.
I already called. Schneider's coming up this weekend.
This weekend? No, I have to tell them this weekend. You want us to go from, hey, we're getting married to, let's write the will in 45 seconds. Oh, George. What? I just want to let it sink in before we start dividing up the property.
No, I'm putting my foot down.
Good, because if your socks on inside out, they'll think you've already lost your mark.
I'm not screwing around, Ruby. The sooner we get to the root of this thing, the sooner it will all come down.
You're saying they don't care about
Of
this?
course they do, but they're going to have a stake in this, I guarantee you. And I don't want one damn robot. We are getting married.
Okay, I agree. You win. You're right.
Say that again? I must be off my nut. I thought you said you're right.
Very funny. Why do I feel like I'm in one of those dreams where I'm walking down the street naked and everyone else has clothes on and I can't find mine?
So, how much?
George.
Tell me.
18,000, 35,000, and 250,000.
What?
Here it comes.
250,000? What did you do? Refinance your house?
In the city, Kat. She wanted to buy herself a house, plus 135,000 for rabbinical school, if we're counting that, which I'm not. I took the loan, and she and her husband were supposed to pay me back monthly.
They're not? And you're paying it? This is the rabbi?
Oh, what, you think rabbis don't get into debt? She's not working. You just gave Trent $7,000 to build a garage, for God's sake.
$7,000 is not 250,000. Oh dear God, we're gonna need more help sorting this out than I thought.
What's wrong? Are you two all right?
Don't you not? We're having a fight about you.
Well, not you specifically, but you and the children.
Don't mince words.
Okay, I'll leave you to it. I thought one of you
And
fell.
Trent,
Yes, Dad?
don't come barging here again unless you're prepared to be thoroughly and completely embarrassed. You understand me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Oh my God. This is how it's going to be. Each one of them has their debt taken out of the inheritance. And then, oh, can we just please talk about this
But
later?
we take care of you and me first.
You and me. Yes.
And then, if after the debt's covered, there's not enough for you to give them
there
something.
will be. There has to be.
But what if there's not?
Scene 5, living room and porch the next day. Upstage, we hear a door open and Maya enters through the living room with a small backpack on her shoulders. She wears beat-up jean shorts, a raggedy t-shirt, and her physicality reads, "I don't give a shit about how I look."
Anybody here? Grandpa?
When no one answers, Maya moves onto the porch, lets the screen door slam, drops her pack, and stares out at the lake for a moment. She walks onto the dock. Nice lake. Kat enters the upstage front door of the cottage, carefully lugging in 3 bags, one at a time, while on the phone to her husband. On the porch, Maya stops moving and settles herself quietly against the outside house wall, hiding and listening.
I said I would. I will, all right? Hang on, I'm here. Mom? George? Anybody home? You here? Mom?
Maya remains silent, eavesdropping.
I don't know. Out on the lake, I guess. Look, Jameson, no. I can't just land here and 2 seconds later ask her for money. No, I'm not telling her. Because telling her we lost the house 2 minutes ago before I asked her for more money is just stupid. Because we borrowed $250,000 from her to buy the damn house, and we were supposed to be paying her back. No, it's not her fault that we didn't pay the mortgage. I know we need more money. You think I don't know we're in debt? I'm not clueless. Look, I'm not telling her we lost the house. It's gone, all right? Look, I said I'll ask. I said I will. Oh, God, I gotta go, okay? Yes. Yes. Bye.
Kat goes to the refrigerator and gets herself a soda, opens it, and then starts dragging one of her bags across the room towards the stairs. Trent enters the kitchen.
Hey, Kat, right?
Oh, hey, Trent. Yes, hi.
Let me get that bag for you.
Trent goes to the stairs and takes the bag from her. Their bodies hover near each other, face to face on the stairs, as he moves past her and takes the bag up to the landing.
Well, that's nice of you. Thanks. My mom, is she?
She's out on the pontoon boat with my dad.
They're not drinking out there, are they? I mean, driving.
No, scotch doesn't come out until 5 is the rule around here, at least in the city. It's an indoor sport.
Good to hear. Your dad drove up?
No, Ruby's doing the driving these days. Something about his eyes. And you flew in from, where, Baltimore?
Rochester. Oh, and you just picked up my bags as if they were air. I know I packed like I'm staying for you.
Well, you gotta have what you gotta have. Listen, my dad's gonna need some help tying up the boat, so
So tell my mom that I'm here?
come on out on the dock when you're set. It's really nice out there.
I will.
Kat opens an upstairs bedroom door, dragging her suitcases in as Trent goes to the screen door and steps out on the porch.
Hi, Dad.
Jeez, Maya, you scared the shit out of me. You're just lurking out here? You're not even supposed to be here.
Grandpa said I could come.
What for? To stage another credit card heist? I'm not in the mood for any of your
Hey, I'm not stealing, okay?
And how do I know that?
I'm staying here. Ruby said that I could sleep up in the attic. There's a bed there.
It's up to her. It's her house. But it's really hot up there.
So I'll sleep on the couch or on the dock in a sleeping bag. What difference does it make?
What are you doing here?
I'm visiting Grandpa George and Ruby just like you. Can we get the elephant out of the room, please?
The thievery elephant. The fact that you stole money from me and then from your mother?
Dad, I just think... I don't know. I think you and Mom...
No, I'm not a lawyer anymore. I'm a school teacher. I've been divorced from your mother for 12 years, and if you want to keep trying to pit your mother against me...
I didn't do that.
Well, then what was Thanksgiving about then, huh? If she's stupid enough to let you raid her bank account for years, that's her problem. I'm not going to war over my 28-year-old daughter's inability to support herself. And now this credit card thing?
Mom's point was just...
That I should pay half of your crash and burn mess that you've made of your finances? I'm not doing it. And I couldn't even if I wanted to. If you want to keep stealing...
I'm not.
You know, it's my own damn fault. We gave you way too much.
It's not your fault. It's not Mom's fault or anyone's fault. It's just... I don't know. It's just a mess. That's all.
You need help, Maya. You really need to learn how...
From you? You blew up everything you had.
I didn't blow up anything. I stopped being a lawyer because I hated it. And in case you're completely clueless, teachers don't make what lawyers make.
How much did you spend on the divorce? Enough to buy a small house?
Oh, so now you think we owe you a house? Look, Maya, I'm not here to fight with you. I'm here for my dad, for Grandpa. And when you're ready to apologize and take some responsibility for what you did, you let me know, will you?
Dad! Dad!
What?
It was stupid.
Yes, that's what it was.
Scene 6. Ruby's bedroom the same day. Ruby reclines on her bedroom chair listening to classical music with her feet propped up. She's got cotton stuffed in between her toes and is admiring her bright red toenails, humming along to the music in a reverie and conducting in midair. Lexi enters.
Hey, where is everybody?
Oh, Lexi, it's lovely to see you this fine afternoon. I'm listening to Stokowski's Mendelssohn, Allegro Vivace. Isn't he marvelous? Now listen.
Where's George?
Oh, he's out on the boat, learning some techno gadget he's bought that's supposed to tell him where the vast school. Can you believe it? There's really a doodad that can tell you that.
In your day, didn't people just fish with night crawlers?
It's still my day, dear.
Is that okay? I mean, him out on the lake alone? I mean, you know, with his heart?
He's a grown man. I don't tell him what to do.
Well, where's everybody else?
Town, I guess. Kat wanted lunch at the Crisscross Cafe. You used to call it the hopscotch when you were little, remember?
Woo! Geez, that toenail color's a little flashy, don't you think?
Come up me red. See, such a stick in the mud. Having fun. Would you rather I was stuck in some tiny little gray room somewhere, comatose in front of the television with one foot in the grave?
I did not say that.
Oh, yes, you did. You say it every
I
day
do not.
with your eyes.
I cannot, when I swear to God I can't, when I try to be supportive to you and all.
Oh, sit down. Just sit down, for Christ's sake. Help me. God, I raised some dramatic dogs.
Oh, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yes, yes.
Mother,
I thought you were making dinner. Why don't you just go grocery shopping?
I need to ask you something.
Yes, my darling daughter, my lovely firstborn.
I need to ask you if you think it's fair.
I don't know what you're talking about.
George, his heart. He's 82 and his heart is weak.
Oh, but his will is strong. It's not. What's not?
Oh my God, you're going to make me say this out loud, aren't you?
No, of course I am, because I don't know what the hell you're getting.
Stop avoiding, Mother. This is serious. This is a man's life we're talking about.
And it's his life. He can do whatever he wants with it. And if he wants to make love to me,
Not just the sex, Mother, it's the pills. Those can't be good for him.
Which pills? He takes 17 of them.
Mom's aspirin, the ones that give him the ones that make him able to perform. What? Mother, at least it's not funny.
Oh, Lexi, just shut up now. You're being helpful, but you don't know what the Sam pill you're talking about. George doesn't take Viagra or anything like it. He's naturally tumescent when the moment calls for it, all right?
He's 82.
Isn't it wonderful? Now, go take a walk and figure out how to get a little action yourself. That's for good and dry up like an old dead weed.
Look, I just don't think you should be.
Why didn't you remarry Alexandra? Why did you ever leave Dan? He was a good man. And when was the last time you had sex? It isn't pretty to see a vivacious woman in her 50s so bound up and edgy. I think you could use a good screw.
All right, Mother, I get the point.
Oh, good. George and I are just fine. And I'm not going to stop making love to him just because it would make you feel better. Now, go get your groceries and keep your nose out of my intimate life.
I'm going.
The wall phone rings quite loudly.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Dan Greenwald comes up the back steps to the porch wearing a work shirt, jeans, and boots. He raps on the screen door. As the phone rings again, Ruby picks it up.
Hello? Dan, come on in. Who's calling? I can never tell if it's my 98-year-old cousin who can't remember how to use the phone or if the damn thing's broken. Last chance, anybody there? Okay.
You still got that wall phone?
Oh, I like it. It reminds me of simpler days. Oh, and you just missed her. By second, she just left for the store.
That was her spinning gravel in the Jeep. That's okay. I can come back soon.
Oh, no. You sit a while. It's nice to see you. How's the farm?
Good. Great, really. Dairy's doing well.
I heard you've got 1,200 acres or something like that. One of the biggest employers around.
1,500, but I try to keep that to myself.
Oh, I'm guessing the cat's out of the bag on that one. Small town, Dan.
Still and all.
The wall phone rings again loudly.
Sorry, just in case. Hello? Tweety, Michigan. Oh, my goodness. I was right. What? Sam? No, honey. Sam's been dead now 9 years. Dead, I said. No. Oh, now don't cry. Oh, honey, we're just fine. Oh, right. It's Sam's birthday today. She's 98. Well, it was sweet of you to call, honey. I've got company right now, so how about I call you next week? Okay? Okay, honey. Bye now.
She was the cousin with the bee farm, right? Bees and organic heirloom tomatoes and maple syrup. Progressive, as I recall, way ahead of her time.
Maybe with the tomatoes and bees, but I once had a huge fight with her and her sister Bambi. Swear to God, Bambi and Tweety. Beatrice and Tilda. Anyway, Tweety had this housekeeper, a man, and he was gay. He had some euphemism for it way back in those days, but I can't remember what it was. Anyway, I knew someone from my office who was gay, too, a nice man. So I introduced him, and Tweety was furious.
Why?
Oh, I have no earthly idea. And then Bambi got in on the argument. She was always a bully, and said I had no right, and why was I sticking my nose in, and puffed and puffed and puffed and puffed, and when was I going to learn to just...
So, how'd it turn out?
Oh, she died.
No.
I mean, with the men?
Oh, they moved to Palm Springs and bought a house and lived happily ever after.
You're hilarious.
Emily?
So, how is she?
Lexi? Well, you shouldn't hope, really. She's just the same.
Shouldn't you be, I don't know, a bit more encouraging? You're her mom.
I love her, but I don't mince words, Dan. And I'm saying I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Yep, that's what I was guessing. Mind if I come by again anyway?
Of course not. You come anytime you like. And just for the record, what do I know? I never thought George and I would be kidding.
So it's true? You two are really tying the knot?
You heard?
Crisscross Cafe, gossip central.
Ah, that didn't take long. Yeah, we're getting married. What do the townsfolk have to say about that?
Oh, they have a lot to say, but nothing you need to hear. I miss you, Ruby.
Oh, me too, Dan. You come by again, okay?
Sure, I'll bring you some milk from the dairy.
Oh, I like that. And Dan, if there is hope, I'm guessing it's that she never married anybody else. So, just my opinion.
I guess that's what I keep thinking too. I'll see you then.
Bye, Dan.
Ruby begins picking up the living room as George enters in swimming trunks with his towel.
You went swimming.
Water's cold. Can't seem to get my feet warm no matter what anymore, I swear. Warm me up, sugar, will you?
Let's take a nap.
Yeah? What's wrong?
Dan just came by. Lex's ex. He's still in love with her. I bet my eye teeth on it. All of that unrequited subtext has just made me hungry for love.
You know what I can do about that? Now let's go.
Scene 7. Kitchen and living room, early evening, same day. Lexi stands over a boiling pot, dropping ears of corn into the water one by one. A tablecloth covers the table. The screen door slams as Georgia enters with a broad-brimmed hat on her head, dressed in a svelte sundress, carrying a heavy weekend bag.
Hi there, I'm Lexi. I met you, and I am Georgia, your twice divorced, once widowed, aging sister. Shut up! Oh my God, it's you! I thought you were Georgia's granddaughter in that hat. Jeez, you look terrific. How much yoga are you doing? 12 hours a week, no kidding, plus cycling. And the kid? Oh, they're good, just fine. Well, except maybe Lula. She's tiny. Oh, well, it's her dad, Georgia. What do you want from the girl, right? Here, give me stuff. Yeah, well, he's a pothead, an unemployed pothead now, so don't let the door hit you on your ass on the way out, is my opinion. Can I smoke? She'll have a fit. Just 2 puffs. Anyway, the divorce is final in a month, and I promised Mom I wouldn't be bitter, so let me get it all out in the next 5 minutes before she shows up, okay? Where is she? Afternoon nap. Both of them. Now? Since when? Since SEX entered the picture. Oh, good God. Right on the other side of that wall? Go ahead, make my day. Oh, James, you are not going to do that all weekend, are you? Do? Oh, you know what? Quote, randomly ridiculous movie lines. This could be the start of a beautiful friendship. Jordan, stop it. Okay, I need a quotable line that is nasty and dry. Not on my parts of my own anatomy. Georgia! All right, where am I? The big room with Kat.
Kat enters from the downstage porch in her bathing suit with a towel wrapped around her waist.
She's got me in a room with the gorgeous rabbi. It's too intimidating. I can't do it. I'm going to have to come and sleep on your floor.
I heard that.
Kat, well, look at you. You look so good to see you. Look at me. Do I look old? 10 seconds. Land speed record. You are gorgeous as always. Knock it off and give me a hug. Oh. Hey, you want something to drink? I'm sure Mom's got scotch around.
No, maybe a soda. So what's all this thing about anyway this week with them?
Kat, come on, help set the table, will you? We're going to eat in 5 minutes. She told me she didn't want the 3 of us to meet George's family at one of their funerals. Guilt trip, but here we are.
Well, we met them last Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that was less of a meeting, more of an explosion. Baboo, Trent screaming. I think his ex-wife had quite a pair of legs on her, too. Kicking the car was a nice touch. Your car, right, Lex? Jeez. You are awfully quiet. What do you know?
Nothing.
I just think they're probably going to tell us.
What?
That they're going to live together.
Live together? Well, that's 2 steps from...
No. Not the nurse with a purse thing. She already did that once with Dad.
Look, the man is not destitute, Georgia. He was a pilot, for God's sake.
Yeah, well, still, the odds are she lives longer.
Do you think they should live together?
I don't know.
What do you think?
I think they can.
Shut up.
The bedroom door creaks as George and Ruby enter holding hands and smiling.
Oh, Cat, Georgia, come here.
Mom, good to see you. George, how are you?
Feisty as ever, you?
I like you. You're the one I like. Oh, God, Georgia, I'm sincere.
Stop flirting. So, I hear we're celebrating.
What?
Oh, George's book just sold another 10,000.
Wow, that is great. Why didn't you tell me? Stories of my gawky, misfit childhood don't quite feel like bell ringing occasions. Well, they are. What? Melvin's got a wedgie. Wedgies, who knew? What did you do, Sid? Look at the drinks. Cat, will you pour the wine?
No. I can do the salad.
Look, just sit, Mother. We've got it.
All right. Cooking leaves me exhausted anyway.
Cat, the wine? Oh, I'll do it.
Oh, Mom, you always love to cook, especially when we're all together.
Yeah, well, now I have other things that are more fun to do.
Brent enters from the screen door with a platter full of barbecue chicken. The
Hey.
screen door slams.
We're ready to go.
Okay, everybody sit. Maya, there you are. Remember my sister Georgia?
Sure. Hi.
Okay,
Everyone
cloth
sits
napkin
and
in your
dishes
lap.
food.
Cloth napkin in your lap, paper for your fingers.
God, you are such a bossy.
Well, I'm the oldest. What do you want from me?
Dad, I need the hot sauce.
I believe the phrase is, will you please pass me the
I'm
hot sauce?"
always wrong, aren't
I
I?
didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
What I want, Lexi, is your life. Oh, you mean no discernible ties? That's just sad.
Mom, can I have a drink?
Scotch is on the counter, dear.
Gonna tell me to say thank you too, Dad?
Listen, I was just trying.
You were just being the usual you.
Maya, give it a rest. It's only
I
dinner.
can get you a drink,
Sit,
Cat.
baby. Cat can get her own
I'll
drink.
get it.
I can get it. I can.
Oh, all right. Okay then. Everybody happy?
I am. Does someone want to say something?
You mean like saying grace? We don't really.
No, that's not what he means. I think he knows we're Jewish.
That's a mitzvah then.
A what?
A mitzvah? Don't you remember anything?
It's a blessing, right?
A blessing. I knew that.
God save me from secular Judaism.
Hey, I think it's an affectation, all of this manufactured Jewishness, as if we're not completely assimilated.
Can you say that about me?
Right. Oh, this old nugget. Are we gonna do this all over again?
I'm just saying.
This is my faith.
Oh, for God's sakes, Kat, can't you tell when she's baiting you? She's not even serious.
Hey, why did you pop out a sister from me?
So you could fight with her?
3/4 Jewish anyway. Dad's mother was English or something.
Stop saying that. We're just as Jewish as she is.
Girls, time out. You two are worse than an old married couple. Now, I think George has something he wants to say. Yes, you.
Oh, all right, I'll do it. Will everyone raise your glasses, please? We wanted you all here because, well, we thought it was a good idea that, with all of you finally together.
Spit it out, George. One of us has to.
Mom, you don't have to.
The truth is, we have an announcement. So if you could hold your encouragement and your applause. Sure. Ruby and I are getting married. In a few days, there I said it. We love each other and we're getting married. We'd like you all to be
You're
here.
not.
We are.
Yeah, this isn't such a good
Get
idea.
married here?
Mother, you couldn't have told me this in private.
No, it's not.
Yeah, hey, this isn't funny.
It really is. Mother, we talked about
You
this.
can't. I mean,
You're gonna have a wedding?
Enough. All of you. No one is asking for your permission. George and I are getting married. We love each other. It's done.
Well, can't you just live together? I mean, why do you have to go against
It's not your life, Cat. It's not any of your lives. Now eat your dinner like good little obedient children. Don't say another word or I swear to God.
You'll write us out a will.
Don't tempt me. George is the best man I know and I'm in love. We're in love. And as long as we have our faculties, we're going to use them any way we damn well please. Now, who wants to be my maid of honor? Anybody? Any takers? Flower girl? No?
bedroom, giving the door a slam.
Well, that didn't go over very well.
She's right. We're ecstatic, and you're all pissed off.
Can I name your firstborn child?
Scene 8, bedroom late night. A soft golden glow lights the room. Ruby is sitting on the edge of the bed crying. She wears a flowing nightgown. George enters and softly closes the door.
You okay, sugar?
Oh, I don't know.
Look, we shouldn't expect.
I don't. I just want a little kindness now.
Come here.
No, George, I'm upset.
I can see that.
Maybe this thing isn't such a good idea.
No, we're not going to start second guessing ourselves because of our children.
But why do we have to get married?
No, we can't. We're in love.
I'm not supposed to feel this way. I'm an 84-year-old woman. I'm all over the place.
You're not all over the place. You're right here with me.
What's the problem? We're acting like 20-year-olds.
What's wrong with that? We're having a love affair.
But it's not dignified.
Dignified. You're not going to refuse to marry me because it's not dignified? Was it dignified all those years ago? When
You said you would not bring that up.
There was nothing dignified about it. You promised
George,
me.
don't. I don't want to talk about that. It was too long ago. I can barely remember what I said yesterday. But now I'm just embarrassed. I'm old. Shouldn't we be past all this?
Loving me? You want to be past loving me? Are you embarrassed for loving me?
I don't know. Loving you is one thing, but marrying?
I think you do know. You've never backed off from anything in your life. Certainly not because of other people's opinions.
It's not just anyone. It's my daughters. I'm scared, George. I don't want to lose my kids.
You won't. They'll get used to us, just like you got used to their marriages and the horses. They will. Now come over here and let me keep my hands on you in that remarkably lower neck. Let me make you feel better. I do know how.
Yes, you do.
Scene 9, later that night. Lights up on the living room where Ruby's daughters, Lexi, Georgia, and Kat are getting drunk. An almost empty bottle of rum sits on the coffee table along with a cutting board covered with mashed up limes and packets of sugar. Lexi is mixing more drinks, muddling the limes in the bottom of glasses with a wooden spoon as faint sounds of lovemaking come from behind their mother's door.
I swear to God, I can hear them.
I believe that's why we're getting drunk. Our mothers get more action than we are. Lexi, goddammit, no sugar in mine. I know. Why can't anybody in this house call me by my given name?
Alexandra, you're on about that again?
Yes, that's my name. I am a sucker for nicknames. Anyway.
Our mother's propensity for Russian novels notwithstanding.
How about Alex? I like Alex. Oh, I'm gonna smoke, so don't anybody whine about it.
She's smoking now after 72 hours of yoga.
Only if she's divorcing or drunk.
That was years ago.
For divorce? Remember that Dickerson family? Dean, Dane, Donnie, Dot, and Denise. At least she didn't name us in Americana alliteration, for God's sake.
And nobody calls me Katerina. It's all cat, 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 cat.
Rabbi Cat.
Oh yeah, and so much for that career.
I am never, ever Georgiana. Georgia, the misfit children's writer, defined by my inept younger self. I'm dry. Hit me.
What are you talking about? You're successful.
Dry, 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 dry. You're still too young to know about that yet.
What are you talking about?
I'm right here. We're talking about sex. The big S kind of sex. The kind our mother is having in the next room. Hot, steamy, postmenopausal. Thank the gods you're not drying up so.
It's true. I mean, who the hell knew the first time in my life I'm not worried about getting pregnant, and now my cunt's dried out.
Do you have to use that word?
What word? The rabbi just said Jesus
Implosion therapy. We had a woman in the clinic. She had these panic attacks every time she saw a cockroach. This was New York, so he sits her in a chair and dumps a bucket of cockroaches on her head to desensitize her. Wow, how'd that work out? Not so well. She ran screaming out of the room and never saw her again. And the search for civilization continues. Please knock it off.
What's she doing?
She is quoting lines from TV again. Movies, TV, she does it all the time. She was quoting When Harry Met Sally every damn day last winter, I swear to God. It's hopeful.
How do you know?
Because she spent all day lying on my couch watching it over again while she filed her divorce papers. And where were you? Huh?
Let's play a game. Okay, what scene is this? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, yes. 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 Mom and George are going to hit you. I'll have what she's having seen in the diner, and I want what she's having.
Why did you tell me?
Our mother is getting more sex than any of us. She's not drying up. Cat, it's plain as day that Jameson isn't giving you
Shut up, goddammit. My sex life is none of your business. And for your information, we're having plenty of...
No, you're not. Look at you. You're all
Dad, for God's sake, don't take the bait. She's drunk. She's spewing.
a use it or lose it proposition. And divorce just makes the thing shrivel. I swear.
Thanks a lot, Georgia.
Nice of you to clue me in.
What the hell was that?
She didn't know. She was in Spain, spending our inheritance on a 3-month retreat. Remember?
You didn't tell her you were getting divorced? Jesus, for God's sakes, Georgia, don't you think you owe her that?
Why is everyone always talking about what we owe each other in this damn thing? Jesus, she was in Spain. I couldn't talk to her face to face. She's so judgmental of me all the time anyway. Then you add that spiritual thing, that divorce is child abuse rabbi thing, and I just wasn't up for it.
That was a half a year ago. She's been back since...
I know. I was gonna tell her this weekend. Well, I guess it's just fuck 'em and feed 'em fish heads.
Very Minnesota, Georgia. You know, you can't stop your family from judging you, so don't even try, but you should have...
Not therapize me just now, okay? I am drunk and I won't remember a goddamn thing. Try me tomorrow.
Trent enters, taking in the scene. The two women sit up, altering their clothing and posture with his entrance, and Georgia smiles broadly.
Hey there, where have you been?
Fishing.
In the dark.
Thinking. You guys having a party?
Yeah, more of a drink to forget experience.
Well, I was just looking for Kat. Is she still up?
I think she was going to the bathroom, but she's probably gone to bed. You can knock on her door if you want.
Well, maybe in the morning.
She'll be here.
Great.
Well, the plot thickens. Tell me something, Lex.
Okay.
Why is it that a man can walk into the room and 2 seconds later he makes me feel like I should be a better woman than him?
Because we're stupid fops who still love a good romance or the promise of one.
Maybe I should try women.
I don't think you just try women. I think you have something inside you.
That's hilariously Freudian. My next door neighbor says she's interested in a man if he's single, walking, has a job, and gets an erection. Has it gotten that bad?
No, look at Mom. She's 84 and she's got the best of the lot. I don't think it's over until it's over.
Promise? Because I'm dying on the vine here.
Late bloomers get to have happy endings too. At least that's what I tell myself.
I hope to God you're right.
Scene 10, kitchen a day later. Very early morning and still dark, the kitchen is empty. Maya enters with her backpack in her hand, carefully placing it on the table. She goes to the pan drawer and attempts to quietly remove a very large cast iron skillet. She takes a lighter out of her pocket, moving the pan to the table. Opening her pack, she draws out a long handwritten letter. She lights a page, drops it into the pan, and watches it burn, repeating this several times. Ruby's bedroom door silently opens and she watches Maya, then creeps up behind her.
Hate letter.
Jesus God, he scared me. No, just a purifying ritual.
Oh, you write down everything that you're angry about in the most lacerating language you can muster, and then you burn it and bury the ashes, right?
How did you know?
Oh, because I lived through the 1970s. Let the earth take your anger and all that. How about we take it out on the porch? Now, who's it to?
The letter?
Your mom or your dad for kicking you out? Well, your mother deserves it, in my opinion.
Excuse me?
Well, none of my business, really, but all of that histrionic drama she dumped in my living room last Thanksgiving, whew, was just about unforgivable.
She was having a meltdown about losing her job and having no money.
Sorry, but I have little tolerance for a woman who screams her head off at your father for being a school teacher 12 years after their divorce because she tanked her own finances. Just my opinion.
It's complicated. They were arguing over supporting me.
Oh, and that's all right with you?
No. I hate it when they fight.
Look, I don't know you very well, but there's something I've been wanting to say, so I'm going to talk to you straight, okay? We're going to be a family, and this might make you furious, but you're 28, and you're falling apart, and it's not a pretty sight. And getting bailed out once more by your parents is not going to make things any better.
You shouldn't talk to me like this.
Why not? Someone needs to. I should know. I've been bailing out my 46-year-old for years, and she's still a catastrophe. She's as dependent as a 15-year-old. I just made it worse. You're stealing now, right? You took your father's credit card numbers and your mother's too?
What am I supposed to do? I've got no money.
Go out in the world and be a woman. Stop pitching your money issues into the pit of your parents' divorce. It's not normal that they've been fighting over you 12 years after they split up, especially when you're an adult.
I just can't.
Oh, of course you can. Now, what do you know how to do?
I don't know.
Don't be a baby. What can you do?
I can cook, I guess. I mean, at home, I
Good. Start there. Go get a job in a restaurant. Nothing's going to get better until you start supporting yourself. And one more thing.
What?
You steal here, today, or any day, and you'll never be allowed in our house again. Now, why are you here? Is it to ask for money or to take some?
Look, I don't have to listen to this. You're not even related to me.
Oh, I will be in another week, so you can just pitch this fit if you want to.
Hey, I heard you gave your daughter Kat a ton of money for a house that she never paid the mortgage on, and now she's losing it. She lost the house, and you're still paying for it.
I'm sorry?
She lost the house that you paid for.
How do you know that? Who told you that?
Shit! I wasn't supposed to tell you that. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. I overheard her. She was on the
Losing
phone,
the
and I
house? Oh, well, I'll be kidding. She's lost the damn house? Oh, my God. 250. Oh, God, she lost it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it serves me
I'm
right.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I shouldn't have ordered my idiot out.
Unbelievable. Just take the cake. She's losing the
You're
house.
gonna hate me now, and Grandpa's gonna hate me. You're laughing? This is serious.
I'm not laughing at you. No, it's me. I just can't believe how stupid I've been. I'm sorry, Maya.
It's okay. It just sucks, all of it. I hope you won't tell. I mean, I don't want Grandpa to be mad at me.
Hey. Let's have a smoke. How about
I don't smoke.
I'm not talking about cigarettes. You got some of that other stuff somewhere now, don't you?
Do you really think that you should be?
Oh, there are no shoulds left at my age, Maya. And your father's not coming down at 4:30 in the morning to check on you, so come on.
You want to smoke dope with me?
I do.
Okay. Well, as a matter of
Thank you, Maya. This is just lovely.
What is?
Oh, this night, the moon on the lake, sitting here with you.
With me?
Yes, with you.
Ruby,
Mm-hmm.
can I ask you something? Grandpa is, good to you and
He is.
and you like the sex part?
Oh, yes, as a matter of fact, I do very much. Why don't you?
I don't know. There's all this hype around it, and I just
Oh, well, that just means you haven't found the man who floats your boat.
yeah, it just seems like everybody ends up getting hurt, and I'm just so sick of it.
But that's your parents' divorce talking.
Well, with Grandpa George, it's just he can be such a proud.
Do you like sex? I mean, do you enjoy having a man who wants you and wants to be around you?
I guess.
You do or you don't? Not everyone does, you know. You might like women.
What? No, I'm straight. At least I think I am.
Listen, let me give you a little tip. Not that I was any good at helping my daughter and Kat with this, but learn to be independent. If you want to act like a child with decisions or money or whatever, great, go ahead. But eventually you get no love, no sex. What you get is a divorce and a penchant for blaming everybody else, like your mother.
My mother is the only one that has ever tried to help me.
Well, it's time she and I, for that matter, stop helping our kids. We're turning you into train wrecks with our helping. Yeah, well, sorry, Maya. I think I'm practicing on you for my own daughter, Kat. So, cold turkey, no more loans, no more cash. You know what enabling is? That's me, the queen of cold cash enabling.
Why are you talking to me like this?
You're an adult woman, aren't you? I suppose real love is somebody who will tell the truth to you. And I never tell the truth to Kat. Not once.
Can I tell you something, Ruby?
Sure.
I've got no friends, no money, and I don't know how to start, having a life.
Just take a step. Get a job. Meet some people. Meet a man. Stop hanging around with your parents.
Ruby, can we be friends?
I love that. How about we get you to bed before the sun comes up?
Ruby and Maya walk through the kitchen, dropping the pan on the stove as Ruby sends Maya up the stairs.
Thanks, Ruby.
You're welcome. Sleep tight.
Ruby heads for the kitchen counter and pours herself a scotch from the bottle.
She lost the house.
George enters from the bedroom in his bathrobe.
That bad, huh? I suppose the scotch doesn't count if it's 5 a.m.
It's nice to see a friendly face.
Good news or just the general malaise of family life?
You know, every time I hear someone our age say, I'm moving to be closer to my children, I think, oh, I feel so sorry. I don't want to ruin your morning. George, there's something I have to do to the train wreck of my
You
enabling.
can do that later. Why don't we take a little nap?
Again, George, you are a force of nature.
I'm inspired. You inspire me, Ruby.
George lays himself down on the couch and then lowers Ruby on top of him.
Here on the couch?
The thrill of getting caught. Why not?
A moment later, Lexi comes out from the upstairs hallway dressed in running clothes. She quietly eases down the stairway as lights come up very low. George and Ruby are in the shadows on the couch kissing and stop and freeze when they hear noises on the stairs. Lexi stands on the side of the stairs and balances against the banister, stretching. The lights crossfade low to reveal Dan on the porch with 3 glass bottles of milk in his hand. He hesitates, then puts the bottles down to the side of the screen door, then looks back to the house pensively. Lexi opens the back door and sees the milk bottle.
What is this? Dan? Dan? Is that you?
It's me. Lurking by your back door.
It's early.
And I promised your mom some milk.
At 5 a.m.?
Farmer Lex, things get started pretty early.
Right.
We're all organic now, so I thought you'd like, you know.
Well, good for you. You always wanted that.
I was looking at the lake, just thinking about that time we ran naked across it in the middle of winter, with tube socks on.
It was freezing.
It was our first time, I think. Back at this cottage. Here.
Yeah. I think I was blue all over.
You were. We were always pretty good at that part, weren't we? I mean, we could never get the lifestyle thing together, but we could always, you know, love each other pretty well, couldn't we?
Dan.
Well, whatever. It's water under the bridge. So look at your mom the other day, you know? She's so happy. I used to see that same damn look on your face, and it just kind of rattled me at all.
Wait a minute, you were here?
I came by the other day.
She didn't tell me. She's the same old Ruby, just as stubborn as she ever was.
You two are exactly the same.
Oh, no, we're not. We are not.
Oh, sure thing, Lex, but let's just say you
I am not admitting that.
back in Minneapolis now. Almost a year, I heard. So do you like it?
I do. It's a terrific city.
You don't miss New York?
I mean, sometimes, but my practice is good. I have a nice place.
Hey, did you ever get another dog?
No, not since Jonah died.
She was a good old girl. I miss her. Best
Black
black lab in the world.
The best. Well, I'm supposed to be going for a run, so I better.
I just thought I would bring some milk by for your mom. I'm glad to see she's so happy. She was always good to me. Kind. I'll see you.
Yeah.
Hey, Lex. Are you happy? I mean, really, in your heart, happy?
Hurt you? I mean, you got what you wanted.
Not really.
Tim, come on, don't.
It just strikes me funny, it's all. You're back in the city, and I'm here, and we're just a couple of hours away, and it doesn't seem like it should be all so unworkable. I mean, nobody cheated or hurt the other.
Look, some things are just unexplainable. It just isn't last.
And that's good enough for you, just unexplainable, and that's the end of it? I mean, we were in
Look,
love.
I gotta go, Dan.
Right, okay, yep, me too. I'll give my best to Ruby and her beau.
George.
Right, George. I'll see you, Lex.
Scene 12, later the same morning. Lights up on the kitchen and living room. Maya comes down from the attic, down the stairs, dressed nicely in pressed jeans and a crisp shirt with her hair combed. Trent drops his fishing gear in the corner of a porch and enters through the screen door.
Maya, that you?
Don't look so shocked, Dad. I can't clean up.
Wow, it's just that I've never seen you in, I don't know, regular clothes.
I'm gonna go check out the town by myself.
What there is of it.
Why are you always so negative? I happen to like it here.
It's just small, that's all.
So what? You think that people who live here are just dying to live in the city? You think they can't decide for themselves where they want to live and that they actually like it here?
I didn't say that. It's just that there aren't so many opportunities.
You implied it, that whoever lives here is just somehow too dumb to notice.
Wow, that's way over the top, Maya, okay? If you like it here, then fine, you like it here.
I'm just so sick of all this pressure to succeed at something impressive. Why the fuck can't I just be a good person and have a simple life? I like the country. I like farmland. I don't feel everyone's handprints all over my back out here. I can breathe.
All right, you like it here, but back off, will you? It's not even breakfast, and I'm not ready for World War III already.
Whatever.
Maya? Maya?
George and Ruby enter from the bedroom dressed a bit more upscale than their usual cottage attire.
You're picking a fight with your daughter, are you?
My fault that time. Can't stop fighting with her. It's driving me crazy.
Well, if you want my opinion.
Nobody asked you, I have to point out.
We had a nice chat, she and I, and the girl has a good heart. A woman. She'll be fine. Just give her some time.
Well, where are you two going all dressed up?
You're not dressed up. I just thought I should put on a decent shirt. We're meeting with Snyder, Ruby's lawyer. And not a word about this to anyone, hear me?
You know, maybe this isn't such a good idea.
The man came all the way from Minneapolis. I'm not going to tell him.
But we can just take him to lunch and pay him for his
No,
time.
I called him. We're seeing him. We're going to have to do it sometime.
I just think that...
Ruby!
All right, all right.
Don't let anyone interrupt us. I'm serious. Not one of you.
Okay, but
Kat enters onto the upstairs landing from her bedroom door.
Mom?
Oh, you're up. It's after 11, Kat.
I know, Mom. But I was just wondering if you and I could, go for a walk together or something this morning. I thought maybe we could talk alone.
Kat, well, not today, all right?
But Mom, I just...
Not today. George and I have a lot to do.
Oh, but I
We'll
really...
be in the boathouse.
boathouse.
Yes, no interruptions. Got it?
Okay.
They exit quickly by the front door as Kat comes down the stairs.
What was that about?
I'm not allowed to say.
Of course you can. I'm her daughter.
Hey, I could make us some lunch.
No. Thanks, though.
The lights cross-fade to the dock a moment later. Kat wanders out onto the porch, letting the screen door slam. Lexi, finished with her run, sits on the dock, letting her bare feet dangle, shoes and socks next to her.
You were gone a long time.
Walking the town, all 12 blocks of it.
All morning. I thought I heard you leave about 5.
I'm trying to think. Dan asked me out.
Like a date?
Yes, a date. He called while I was running.
Well, he still loves you, you know. That's what Mom says anyway. Okay, I guess I shouldn't just take that at face value. Sorry.
I don't know, he's right. We separated because I just had to go to New York and he wanted to farm. I married a Jewish economics guy from Minneapolis with a graduate degree. I think he's going to work on Wall Street for the next 30 years. He wants to be a farmer, for God's sake. I mean, the man grew up in the middle of the city. Where does farming come from in a person?
Well, it isn't so insurmountable now, is it? I mean, you're working, what, 3-4 days a week? Good for you.
Oh, geez, it's a big jump from, hey, I haven't seen you in forever to working out my weekly love life, don't you think?
You don't bite my head off. I'm just making a suggestion. What would be so hard about driving back and forth and keeping your condo? You love it
On
here.
vacation, I love it here. I've got no desire to live in a town of 7,000 people.
Oh, Lexi, shut up. You're so full of yourself sometimes. He still loves you. The man never married anyone else, and neither did you. You've been alone for what? How many years now? And you're a beautiful woman. You can't just close up the storefront because you got hurt. Because you're not meant to be alone when there's someone who loves you and you love them back.
Hey, I never said I still loved
You
him.
never think anyone can read your face. Why do you always act like your competency makes you immune to all the messy crap all the rest of us have to go through?
don't.
Can't you just take a deep breath and try, for God's sake? He was a good guy. I've always liked him.
Because everybody keeps saying that to me. So he's a good guy. That doesn't mean he's the right guy for me. There are a lot of good guys. Am I supposed to randomly saddle up next to any one of them and say, hey, let's get married?
Don't you think Dan is random, Lex?
Ooh, I cannot let go. Emotionally, I've got all my eggs in the brain basket. I am just fucked up.
You are not. Don't say that. You just have to try.
I feel like I've been down in a musty old well and I'm covered with mold.
Well preserved, though.
What if I go out with him and
Just go on a date, okay? I mean, you don't have to know what's going to happen. You can just have a little faith, you know? Really? Really? Just go.
let's go in, okay? I'm hungry and my ass is starting to hurt from sitting on this dock.
Scene 14, kitchen and living room a moment later. Lexi and Kat enter as the lights crossfade. Lexi takes lettuce and greens from the refrigerator as Kat lounges on the couch and picks up a copy of Country Living. At the same time, Trent enters from upstairs sneezing. You okay?
Oh, your sister had me up in the attic looking for a box of old family photos.
Georgia? She took you to the attic?
I got dust up my nose. She left me up there. She went to get some beer or something.
Hey, we're making a salad for lunch. I mean, I'm making a salad, I should say. Would you like some?
Yeah, thanks, sure.
So, where are they?
I'm not supposed to tell.
Like, we're not going to find out.
They're in the boathouse at Schneider.
Her estate guy? He's here already? I can't stand it.
Why are they in the boathouse?
To get away from us.
Oh.
I don't understand how you can just let her do
Me?
this.
What am I supposed to do?
Well, have her, I don't know, declared mentally unstable or something? I mean, you're a therapist.
I don't think you can just tell
She's
someone-
not serious. She's just angry. You're not serious, are you?
There's such a thing as ethics here. Jewish parents write an ethical will, too, you know, as well as a financial one. What's right? What they want for their children's well-being.
You think asking her to write an ethical will prevents her from marrying George?
And it's ethical to take her money because you don't feel like working, right? Just to be clear.
Shut up. You owe her money, too.
Not nearly what you owe her. You're in another stratosphere.
Trent walks upstage and sees something out the front window.
Oh my God! They're in the front yard yelling their heads off!
Oh,
Dad and Ruby!
they're not either.
And Schneider is running for the car and Dad is waving his arms!
Oh, God, this isn't good.
Shut up, I can't hear.
What's he saying?
Be quiet, for God's
She's
sake.
really
Oh,
pissed!
shit, here they come. Pretend you're doing something.
What?
I don't know.
Dad!
I swear to God, Ruby, I am not doing this with you again.
George,
I won't. I will not do this all over again. I'm leaving you.
George, you can't go.
I can and I will.
George, please, can't we discuss this
Mother,
rationally?
George, everybody calm down.
You're toying with me, Ruby, and I won't
I
have it.
am not. We are together. Why do we
How
have
many
to-
years, Ruby? How many years of my life?
Dad, come on!
That is not fair. You had a wife and a life before me.
A life, she says.
Oh, of course
You
you did.
gave me your word and oath, Ruby. You asked your daughter. You asked the rabbi what your word is supposed to
Mother,
mean.
you don't have to leave her alone.
I never thought we'd be here like this. I never.
So it didn't mean anything. Nothing at all. All of that angst and trying to do the right thing and just hoping that
And in marrying you, that fixes all that? Because I don't see how that's supposed to
it
just.
does. And if you don't love me enough to see that, then I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't.
George, that's cruel.
Mother,
George!
what's this
Where's
all about?
my phone? Where are my keys?
Mom, sit down.
No!
Dad!
Where are my goddamn keys? I know I put them down somewhere in this godforsaken room.
You don't have any keys!
What? My keys?
Dad, you don't drive anymore. Ruby drove
I
you here!
need my keys!
You don't have a car, Dad!
My goddamn house keys! Fine, I don't drive and I'll walk, I don't give a damn! You'll be happy to know that the wedding is off. There will be no wedding!
George storms out the front door and slams it on his way out.
I'd better go get him. I'm sorry, Ruby, but if it's uphill from now, it's only going to get worse. I'll drive him someplace, let him cool off.
Mother?
What? Stop looking at me, all of you. None of you wanted us to get married in the first place, so stop
I
staring.
never said that. It's just that there are.
Oh, what, Lexi? What is it that I've overlooked in my old
There are
age?
implications, legal, medical.
Don't you think I know that? What do you think we were doing out there with Schneider?
Mom, you shouldn't have to. Aren't you listening? George doesn't remember his wife.
Thinks he's still driving.
Do you think he's not well?
That's not true. He's just upset. And don't you dare say that he's ill because you don't want us to be together.
Maya enters.
Ruby? Hey, everybody, guess what? I got a job. A real job. I was out of gas and I'm priming the carburetor and poof! My clunker catches on fire and then this guy comes out from the cafe and he puts it out with his dish rag and then he asks me if I need a job. No shit! My car starts on fire and it gets me a job! Like how many are opening up dinners and I'm gonna be the cook?
That's great, dear. I'm proud of you.
But you were right, Ruby. I feel better. I feel... What's wrong?
car. Ruby enters with a book of crossword puzzles in her hand and a pen.
What are you reading?
Sam Shepard. You want to leave?
Plays?
Short stories. Mom, you don't look so good.
Oh, don't get up. You're fine. Let me guess. Down and out meets the bleak, barren desert, which is how I feel.
Horse trailers and disappearing husbands. A topic I'm intimately familiar with.
Shepard does desperation perfectly, doesn't he? I'm sorry, dear. Yes, I'm sorry.
Not your fault. Good news is the kids are really okay. A little sad, but okay. I don't know how, but they are. Better than me.
So, what's a four-letter word for vagina? Old English.
That's a crossword clue?
Oh, whole book of them.
Erotic crosswords. You crack me up.
I do? Well, come on, tell me. You're so good with words.
What?
Old English vagina, also British slang, 4 letters.
Quim? Quim?
That's right. How did you know that?
Erica John? Fear of flying? Or she named her Mercedes Quinn.
You are such a smart thing.
And look how far that's got me. Just for the record, I'm on your team.
And that means?
I think screw the rest of us and marry the man. Who cares about the money?
Oh, we're not fighting about the money. Well, we are, but
Oh, I thought,
no, it's my, how should I put this? My hesitancy. He finds it disloyal.
but you've only known each other for a year.
Oh, please, let's just change the subject. I'd like a breather from George, if you don't mind.
Uh-oh. That means you want to talk about me. I'm fine for a while. I might go back to teaching, add some extra income to the book stuff, but we're good, at least for now. I've got the college money locked up. He's not touching that.
What if he sues you for alimony? He's not working. He could.
He won't.
Well, how do you know? I mean, it's not unheard of.
I told him if he did, I'd turn him in.
Turn him in?
He's got a pot patch bigger than a swimming pool, Mother.
At your house with the
No,
kids?
no, it's in his father's basement. A whole hydroponic setup. You should see this thing.
And this is okay with his father?
It's a brave new world.
Well, then he shouldn't have any trouble paying child support.
But I did not want the kids token up every day before they headed out the door to junior high. And since he quit his job, they were going to figure it out sooner or later. And sooner was my guess.
Well, Jess, the marijuana magnet. Who knew?
His parting words were, well, they're going to smoke it every day anyway, and you're throwing me out over it? Nice, huh? So, what are you going to do about George?
Oh, I don't know. If I couldn't see the wrinkles all over my hands, I'd swear I was 19 again. And my boyfriend and I were bickering over who's supposed to call when and what time. I feel like I'm crazy. That's the truth. I'm 84. I'm not supposed to be feeling this way.
But you do. I mean, you are. And marriage is, well, I still believe in the institution, insane as that may seem. But it's bigger than fighting over who's not calling.
Oh, I know.
So, what are you going to do?
I'm going to let him stew for a while. I guess. I have no idea what to do.
Don't wait too long, Mom. Your window's closing.
Oh. I hate that phrase.
So do I. I am just a wealth of good news these days, aren't I? I have got a virtual forest I'm plucking off my face every night. I've got age spots the size of chicken pox. My waist is turning into a tree trunk, and I got old lady smelly butt.
What?
Old lady smelly butt, no estrogen, the musk is gone from my vagina, but my ass is suddenly brown.
Oh, you are just a delight. You know that. You always were. Ever since you were a baby, you could always make me laugh.
Thanks, Mom. I think I'll go to bed. Seriously, Mom, he loves you, and that's not nothing right now. Hell, if you don't want him, I'll marry him. He's got the exact kind of stamina my last one couldn't muster, if you know what I mean.
Get out.
Going.
Scene 16. next morning, lights up into the bright morning sunlight as Ruby stands at the sink, loudly banging plates, pans, and cupboards as she puts away the dishes, doing it rather manically. Kat enters from the upstairs balcony, rubbing her eyes from sleep.
Mom, for God's sake, you're making a racket. It's 7 a.m.
Well, if it got you out of bed before 11, then it's worth every damn sign.
I heard that.
Kat, would you please come down here? I'd like to talk to you.
Me too, Mom. There's something I need to ask you.
Oh?
Ruby pours a fingerful of scotch into her coffee cup.
Would you like a scotch, Kat?
It's a little early, isn't it?
Depends on your perspective.
I don't get it.
Kat pulls a plum from the fruit bowl, grabs a plate and a knife from the dish drainer.
Come sit with me, hon. Your delicacy always astounds me. Tiny little pieces of plum with a knife. Most people would just put the whole thing up in their mouth and bite.
Mom, I need to ask. I mean, I hate to ask you, but we.
Is this about the house?
Well, no, not exactly. It's really about Miles. You see,
My grandson?
Yes, but you know it's hard for me to ask, Mom. But we need to borrow some more. Okay, maybe 30,000.
You need more
Well, it's
money?
just that Miles is going to need a special school, and I.
Kat, stop it. I know about the house.
You know what about the house?
You're losing it, or you've already lost it. You didn't pay your
Who
mortgage.
told you that? I swear to God, was it Lexi? God, I don't even know how the hell she knew. I never told
It
anyone.
wasn't Lexi.
What, she was listening to my voicemails like she used to in college? Who else would run tattling to
It
Mom?
was you. Maya overheard you on the phone with Jameson. Maya told me. It was you talking on the phone.
Well, that's just terrific. Some little ape of a girl runs and tells my mother.
Stop it, Katharina. Just knock it off. When were you planning to tell me?
I wasn't. I wasn't planning to tell you at all.
And you were just going to let me keep giving you checks to help you without telling me you lost the
You
house?
don't have jobs.
So get jobs. I loaned you $250,000 for a down payment, which you have not tried to pay back, and I was giving you more money.
Your grandson needs special schools. I can't afford that and pay a
Put him
mortgage.
in a public school. He's got a mild learning disorder. They're very good with that these
How
days.
can you even suggest I am not doing that to him?
And what about what you're doing to me?
What?
Lying to me so you can
This
just
is about George. You're going to leave all your money to him, right? You have planned this. That's what your lawyer was doing here.
We did no such thing.
Yes, you did. If you get married, you're leaving it all to him, to a man you've known less than a year.
I have known him a hell of a lot longer than that.
Since when?
Since you were in grade school. George and I had an affair. There, I said it. I don't get that off my chest. Oh, we most certainly did. And I promised him if we ever were free,
So, you slept, because you slept with him, now he'll get all your money?
it's not your money, Katerina. It isn't. It's mine. And I've been pouring it down the drain on you and making you dependent in the process. Now sit down.
I'm not staying for this.
Oh, you have borrowed an enormous sum of money from me, young lady. And only you and I really know how much it is. So sit your ass down until I'm finished. I am all through with this cat. And if it's George who woke me up to what I've been doing with you, then so be it. You're 46 years old. You're a rabbi, for God's sake. And if you can't get a job in your field, then I don't care. You get a job doing something else, and you and Jameson are going to have to figure this out on your own.
Jameson and I are splitting up.
What?
We're getting a divorce. Oh, and Mom, I need help. We have bills and I can't do
You
it
weren't
all
going to
my
tell me
own.
that either?
I hadn't thought it through.
Depending on the money. Of course, depending on the money, don't be an idiot, Ruby.
Mother, I can't do this on my own. I can't.
I'm sorry your marriage is ending, Kat. Truly. There will be no more money. You are fully capable, and I've been standing in your way, but no more.
I'll be working until I'm 85 and living in a hovel.
Oh, don't be so dramatic. Do what you were trained to do, or do something else. But you've got to figure it out, Kat.
And what about George?
What about him?
What happens if you get married?
He left me, didn't you hear? And you're going to be lucky not to owe your sister's money. There's not going to be a big payout for you when I die.
You have 2 houses and telling me that you had some affair so you don't have to help me.
Kat, wake up! It's over. You borrowed well over what I should have ever let you borrow. And now you're probably taking your sister's share.
Oh, great. So now I'm stealing.
I'm doing my level best to keep what I've got in this family. But I'm telling you right now, I love this man. And if he needs something, he'll have it. Marriage or no marriage. That is, if he ever speaks to me again.
It's just great. Just great, Mom. You know what? If you marry that man, I am not coming to the wedding.
Well, that's up to you. You know, you're the first generation in history to think you're entitled to your parents' money before they're dead. Did you ever stop to think how ugly that looks from where I'm sitting?
Scene 17, an hour later. Lights up on Trent, sitting behind the porch swing, in shadow, deep in thought. Dan approaches from the path and reaches for the edge of the porch, about to place 2 glass bottles of milk on it.
Hey, Jesus, you scared the crap out of me, man.
I'm sorry. Hey, Trent, George's son.
Yeah, I guessed as much. I'm Dan, Lexi's ex-husband. God, that's depressing. First thing out of my mouth and I'm leaving with my friggin' broken heart.
I know it's rain, though I hear you want her back. Lexi, that is.
Christ, how do you know that?
I'm trapped in a house with 5 women. Holding a torch is the favorite phrase.
Well, why should I give a shit? Who knows?
My ex can't stand me, so you're one up on me.
The stupid thing is, you break up and you're bummed out, but then you think there's going to be this field full of women out there you're going to want, or at least like, and then you realize you're standing in the middle of a desert in bumfuck nowhere without a shred of hope.
Scorching hot. You'll take another step and you'll burn the skin off your feet, right?
Exactly right. Oh, screw it. Want some milk? I bought some more for Ruby because I heard George landed in the hospital last night. What the hell happened?
They had a fight. Barn burner. He thought he was having a heart attack.
Jesus, that's some fight.
He doesn't want me to tell Ruby, which is why I'm hovering out here trying to figure out what to do.
He's still in there?
They're watching him for another day. He kept shouting at me. I waited 40 years and now this?
So, they had something going on with each other 40 years ago?
That's what I'm guessing.
Weren't they both married then?
Yep.
No, shit. Ruby never seemed like the type.
Is there a type? Anyway, it's got me on edge. I'm rethinking my whole damn childhood.
You can't stop love, right? I mean, it goes where it goes.
Easy for you to say. He's not your dad. I just can't get over it. 40 years ago.
Now, that's carrying a torch.
It's not like I'm clueless about this stuff. People have affairs. But my dad?
The heart wants what it wants. You can't stop it, you know? You know the thing about it? When Lexi and I were in love and lit up with all that happiness, I should have done more to memorize it, to keep it right in front of me. You never think it's going to end, and then one day it's gone.
I guess it's like that famous line, sex or death. Take a pick.
Wow, that's a little bleak, man. Look, I just mean that if they found a little happiness with each other way back when, then maybe it'd be easier to come back to it now, right? I read somewhere that when we're in love, we're all 17 with bright red lips.
They're in their 80s.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, does it? I mean, tonight, if I'm drop dead honest about it, all I want to do is lie down with the person I love, wrap my leg around hers, and feel her warm head up against mine. It doesn't matter how long it's been or how old we are. Once you've lost that, like they did, like we did, you just want it back again. Just look at our faces.
I'm just not good at it anymore. I'm a running commentary on how it's all over. And then watching my father and Ruby. Those two have everything the rest of us want.
Choosing the sex and not the death, for damn sure. Or so I hear.
What the hell is in this milk anyway? I never spill my guts like this.
Lock and key. I'm not telling anyone. You want some more?
Hell no. More, and I'm going to go home and start buying stock in Hallmark.
Hey, listen, I should head. Tell Ruby I stopped by, will you?
I got a better idea. How about we head downtown and I buy you breakfast?
I'm right behind you.
Scene 18, living room and kitchen, evening. She nervously moves around the room, straightening things, and then doubles back to a game of solitaire she has on the coffee table, and then moves frantically back to neat-making the room. Georgia and Maya sit at the kitchen table playing Monopoly.
I love this game. St. James Place, penny.
That's because you're whipping my ass.
Yeah, I don't think that's quite 200. Pay up, girl.
I know right. Cat's still out there pouting.
Yes, and we're going to let her. Just give her some room, Georgia.
I am.
I mean it. Leave her be. My mean-spirited remarks.
Who, me? That's my utility.
More cash for me. Maybe.
You're killing me. Mom, go sit down for God's sake. You're making me nervous.
I can't.
Mom, you should just call him. We can't mope around here for hours and hours.
He won't listen. He's upset. And when he's upset, he's just impossible. All he does is cry.
Try. Maya, God damn it. How do you do that?
Watch me go.
She's calling, Mother.
Lexi enters from her upstairs bedroom door and heads for the staircase. She is dressed up in cocktail wear and heels. She wears makeup and her hair is styled.
Look at you. Cha-cha-cha. I think she's great. All dressed up and no place to go. Hey, Mom, do you know where she's going?
Shut up, Georgia.
She has a date.
A date?
I can speak for myself, Georgia.
Apparently not. Maya, you little shit. How do you skip over every property I own?
Expertise, good luck, and charm.
So you have a date? That's just wonderful. Who is he? It's Dan. Your ex-husband, Dan?
Well, who else would it be?
Someone you met at the grocery store? How should I
I
know?
don't pick up men at the grocery store.
Why not? Seems like as good a place as any.
All right, shh. He's going to be here in a few minutes. So everybody try not to run over him with your not so subtle familial exuberance, okay? The man is shy. Just be nice. Okay?
Come see. What changed your mind?
You two, I suppose.
Us? George and me? Oh, God help you. We just crashed the train.
Standing, you're trouncing me here.
Well, I thought I should at least try. It's either that or regret it till I'm a celebrated guest at Greenview Memorial Park.
Oh, have lots for us there.
Yeah, I know.
You want one for Dan?
I'll get back to you on that.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, Maya and I were digging around in the attic and we found your old guitar and your songbook.
Oh, God, you're kidding.
Oh, there's some beautiful pictures of you, Ruby. We found this box up there.
Who said you could open that box? That was taped shut.
We were looking for pictures of you when you were
That's
younger.
mine. That's private.
Mother, Maya just wanted to see some photos of you as a young
Don't
woman.
touch that. How would you like it if I came to your house and started going through your things?
They are just old
I
photographs.
want
What
you
is
to
wrong
leave
with
this
you?
alone.
Okay, jeez.
Mother, what is in the box that you don't want to see?
Nothing. There's nothing. They're just my things, that's all.
Okay, I give up.
Lexi, how about you sing something for us, will you? Sing that song you used to play. You know, when you wanted to be a folk singer.
Oh,
The one from New Year's.
I wanted to be a cantor first, remember, didn't I?
Oh, sorry about that. Your father and I couldn't stand organized religion.
Stop that. Why didn't you, Lexi, become a folk singer?
Oh, I don't know. I'm terrified, probably. Oh, guys, I can't do this.
Come on, Lex, sing for Mom just a little. You know that song she used to like, that Shalom one?
Yeah, sing it for us, Lexi, please. Sing.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Omka Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Omka Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Omka Tasim Nasi asa shalom.
You're here, you didn't just hear me, did you?
Yeah, just a little.
Oh, God. You want to come in and say hi?
Just for a sec, okay?
Hi, Dan. Good to see you. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, Dan. Where are you two going for dinner?
The hog trough. They have a foot of sawdust on
Oh, geez, I'm wearing the wrong shoes.
He's kidding you, lad.
Jensen's Supper Club, prime rib tonight.
Oh, well, go on then. Go on and get out there before we scare you off. See you later. Have fun.
Lexi and Dan exit.
Finally, some good goddamn news. You're happy for her, aren't you?
Pea green jealous, that's all.
The wall phone rings and Ruby jumps up.
Sit, I'll get.
If it's George,
Hello? Oh, hi. No, we're just.
is it George?
It's Trent. She's right here.
Oh, does he want to talk to me? Give it to me.
Mother, stop. I can't hear him.
Ruby, well, for Georgia, come on, you can play.
He's where? Oh, okay. No, she's right next to me. No. What happened? He what?
Give me the phone. Oh, God, has something happened to George?
Mother, Jesus, he's all
Did
right.
something happen?
Me? Why me? Okay, I will. Maya? Yeah, I'll bring her.
It's Grandpa.
He said, what happened to him?
He's in the hospital, but he's fine. Okay, he thought he was having a heart attack last night. He was hyperventilating. He asked me to come down there.
Oh my God, it's my fault. I'm upsetting terribly. He was crying. I know he was. Oh, I should have known. Oh my God, this is all my fault. We've got to go down there right now.
Mother, he doesn't want to see you. He asked you not to come.
Oh no. Oh no. No. What have I done?
Mom, she'll be okay.
We were right here.
Oh, George, my sweet George. How can I?
Kat enters from the front door and sees the scene.
What's wrong? Grandpa, he's in the hospital. He thought he had a heart attack.
Oh no! Well, why is she?
You have to let me go with you. You have
I
to.
can't. Trent doesn't want him upset anymore.
I don't give a good goddamn what Trent wants. I hurt him, my George, and I have to make it right. Drive me, Georgia. I swear to God, I'll walk if you don't drive me, or I'll drive myself.
No, you're too upset.
We have to take her.
Oh, now, Georgia, we have to go now.
Maya, you drive, we'll take my car.
Can't I go?
Kat, I am not screwing around right now. You are staying here. You understand me? Let's go, Mom.
Maya, Ruby, and Georgia exit. Kat looks around, a bit lost, then grabs the scotch bottle, a glass, and sits on the couch. She pours herself a stiff one and gulps it down. She prays aloud.
All right, God. I don't know what your game is, but all of this sucks. You're understanding all of it. But you've got my attention now, so if that was your plan fully for you, it's working. I know that I've been behaving so badly, atrociously. I know I have to do something different with my life. I know I do. But I'm scared. And I'm frozen in place and I don't know what to do. So if you get inside my thick skull and make me willing, I'd appreciate it. And turn up the volume, damn it! I don't want to go foraging around searching for some esoteric signs and wonders. Do you understand me, God? Make it clear. I'm simple-minded when I'm upset. Oh, and a little help with a job would be nice if you don't mind. Help my son. Will you, and my mother, both of whom I love so very much.
Kat sees the box of photos and starts digging through it as she's crying, bringing out a couple of framed pictures of her mother and father when they were younger. She reacts lovingly to them as she sets them up on the coffee table.
Look at Dad. What a handsome guy. Look at that suit. Why don't men dress like that anymore?
cat takes a pile of the photos from the bottom of the box, and one slips onto the floor. She picks it up and stares at it. She turns it over, finds a date written on the photo.
1978. That's Mom. God, she looked great. Who's that? That's not Dad. Is that? That's George.
Scene 19. Lights up on the dock later that same night. Dan and Lexi enter along the path and stop to look at each other.
Lex, that was a really nice night. Really nice.
For me too, it was.
Lex,
God, it's gorgeous out.
will you do something for me?
Sure.
Sing that song for me, will you? The one I used to be crazy for?
Oh, I don't really sing anymore.
Sure you can.
Oh, Dan, all that 70s stuff just sounds so hokey.
Not to make, just come on, it doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to hear you sing it for me, again, just once.
For you, there'll be no more crying. For you, the sun will be shining, and I feel that when I'm with you, it's alright. I know it's right, as a songbird is singing like they do the score, and I love you, I love you, I love you like never before.
I don't.
No, I'm so sorry.
Lex, I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm sorry.
so sorry. I'm so sorry I never said anything.
Never mind. Shh. Shh.
Oh, God, I'm getting makeup all over you.
Over there.
Oh.
You man with half a brain. I'm happy to help.
Do you want to come upstairs? Do you remember the walls are still an inch thick and I still got that bed with the posts?
Here? To your room? Hey, will you come back to my place? Please? Will you?
Yes. I would love to.
Dan and Lexi exit, running off stage hand in hand as the lights fade. Scene 20 lights up softly on the kitchen the next morning. Kat sits in the living room chair with the photos still scattered in front of her on the coffee table. Lexi enters from the porch door barefoot with her shoes in her hands, humming.
Good day. Yeah. This is really good. What are you doing up? It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, the question is, what are you getting doing at home at 5 in the morning, really?
I'm sure you can guess.
Was it good?
It was really good. It was really, really good. It was amazingly good. I could just get down on my knees and kiss the ground. It was that good. Oh, God.
I'm so happy for you.
Jesus, Kat, what's wrong? What is it?
Well, Mom's at the hospital with George. She thought he had a heart attack, and Georgia wouldn't let me go because I've been acting like a little brat. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out what the hell to do with my life. And I found these pictures of Mom and George years ago, and he's holding her.
What?
They were together years ago. Look, there's photographs.
Oh, Mom and George?
Yes.
Well, Jesus, that's him. The two of them went.
Yes, back in the 70s sometime. Look on the back.
Jesus, no shit. Well, that's what all this crazy insistence is about.
And Jameson and I are splitting up.
You're not.
Yes, we're getting a divorce.
You don't even believe in divorce.
Oh, is that what I said?
Yes, your sister's been pissed off about it for 10 years.
Oh, God, I heard what she calls me behind my back. The smug god something.
The smug godmonger.
Oh,
Nice.
Jesus, a divorce? Are you sure? I mean, have you tried counseling?
He won't go. Jameson won't go.
You gonna be okay?
No. I'm a mess, and I've been acting like a spoiled 12-year-old child, and I've got these bills we ran out, and I have to ask Mom for more money.
More money again?
We had a fight about it.
The woman doesn't have an endless well of
I
cash.
don't want to talk about it.
Well,
Jameson hates our life. He told me.
He just can't run away from his son.
I love my kid, Lex, but I have no idea how to do this alone. What happens when he's a teenager and Jameson's off with someone else? I'm scared shitless.
Maybe now's the time to start doing something that makes you feel good about yourself.
Don't try to fix me now, Lex.
Look, you asked me.
No, I didn't. I just said I was scared.
Oh, sorry, I can't help myself sometimes.
I'm sorry. I'm ashamed of myself, and that's the truth.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. That's so funny.
I don't know. It just seems like we all grew up thinking we were going to be so free, that we were going to not owe anybody anything. And then one day you wake up and you see it for what it really is. We're all tied to somebody.
Is this about Dan?
It's about all of us. Mom and Dad, about us standing in the way and what she thinks she owes us. Why are we standing in her way? I mean, Dan wanted to milk cows, for God's sake, and I thought I owed it to him to be a farm wife, which only made me want to run. Why can't I just choose to try out of love and not out of owing?
Maybe you just do that.
What?
What you said, choose from love. Have faith that the rest will work itself out. Oh, God, I guess I need to say that to myself, don't I? I thought I might grab my degree and hitchhike to the Southwest, marry a trucker, find a desert commune, an off-the-grid rabbi. What do you think, Lex?
I think we need to help them get married.
You especially.
Why me? Because you've been standing in their way. So have I. They need each other, Kat. This is their last chance at love, and they want it. We're just making them miserable.
Photos, the two of them.
You know what? It's none of our business how they fell in love, or when, or why. I mean, they're crazy about each other now. We gotta get out of the way and let her live her life, Kat. I mean, we've known that for a while now, haven't we?
Guess so. Hizban ha-nefesh, which means we confess the truth about ourselves and we find healing. It's an accounting of the soul, about the survival of the spirit.
Well spoken, Rabbi. You'll help her then?
Oh, what am I supposed to say? I completely screwed
Say
up here.
you love her and you want her to be happy, and maybe if they get back together, you could think about doing the ceremony.
What?
Come on, you're the only one she was going to want to do it. You know that, don't you?
Oh, God. Hey, take me down there, Lex, to the hospital, will ya?
Now?
Oh, she'll be sitting next to his bed. I want to tell her now.
Okay. Let me get my keys. Hey, Kat.
Hey, Lex.
You know what? You know I love you, don't you?
Yeah.
Scene 21. The dock. Evening a day later. Lexi sits between Dan's legs in the middle of the dock, leaning against his body. Maya sits on the edge of the porch while Kat and Georgia sit on either side of the dock, a bit apart with feet dangling. Everyone has a beer in their hand. Trent enters from the screen door with a couple more beers. The box that held Ruby's photos sits nearby, and Georgia stares at several of them.
Earth to Georgia.
I can't get over it, these pictures. I always thought Mom and Dad's marriage was perfect. It's what I've been measuring myself against all these years.
Anyone need another beer?
Maybe they're just human, like the rest of
Yeah,
us.
but how do you do that?
Do what?
Love your spouse and hold a place for someone you fell for 40 years
The
ago.
heart has a huge capacity for hope, and second chances.
Can you fill up my canteen with that stuff, please? I'd kill for a man like George.
So, Maya, how was your first week being a chef? You like it?
I do, amazingly enough. I like cooking. I feel like I fit there.
What are you doing for a place?
Well, I'm staying here at the cottage
I are trying it again. 3 days in the city and 4 days here.
Well, it's about goddamn time is all I have to say.
It's good news, isn't it? There you two are. Listen, all of you, we have something that we'd like to say to you. Something happened years ago.
Mom, you don't have to.
Kat, just let me get this out, all right? I needed to say this for a long time. And no drama, please, for George's sake. You understand me? George and I had an affair years ago.
Mom, we already know.
You know what?
About the affair.
Georgia hands over a few of the photos of George and Ruby to her mother.
Where did you
I
get
found these when you were in the hospital. There's a bunch of them.
You went through my box?
She didn't know it was in there.
I opened them up.
Those were my
Look,
private.
it doesn't matter now, it doesn't.
You're right.
George takes the photos in hand.
You say please. Ruby, you okay? I trust you all right?
Sure, Dad.
For you, Grandpa, you're getting married.
And there's something else. A surprise for you, George. Kat said she'd do our wedding ceremony.
Well, oh, I don't know what to say. Oh, thank you. We'd like that very much.
He's crying again.
There comes a midnight hour when all people must unmask.
Who said that?
Kierkegaard.
So, let's see it.
See what?
You know what, that ring on your finger, hand it over.
Good job, George. It's lovely.
I picked it out. Well, we both picked it
That's
George, what a little naps we got.
No, she's subtle, isn't she? You feeling okay, George?
You call me sweetheart. I think I'm gonna faint. Your mother's like a tonic to my virility.
Okay, off we go. I have to keep his sword sharp.
You really like to bait the hook, don't you? Throw a little oil on the fire just to make it hot, huh?
Well, certainly seem to. See you later.
Well, I'm out of here.
Where are you going?
The Wrangler Bar with some friends. Bye.
Maya exits. As she does, Dan and Lexi quietly head into the house, trying not to be noticed.
Hey, Dan, try to keep the bed in the middle of the room, okay? If I remember correctly, you two could hammer the walls and rattle the house with that four-poster.
Good night, Georgia.
Scene 22. Living room, the same night, very late. Trent sits on the couch in boxers and a big t-shirt in the dim light. He looks through the photos of Ruby and George on the coffee table in front of him. His mood is pensive, troubled. Maya answers from the front door quietly.
Oh, hey, Deb. You still up?
Yeah, you have fun?
I did. Are you okay? Are you torturing yourself?
Maybe.
I thought that you wanted them to get married.
Residual grief, I guess.
Well, so is it weird?
Is what weird?
Knowing your parents weren't perfect, that your dad had an affair,
How do you feel about it?
doesn't bother me.
That's because he's not your father.
No, like my father's a model of marital bliss.
Fair point. Makes me rethink everything. That's what sticks in my head.
People do things that they shouldn't do. They fuck up. Can't you just let it go? They did the right thing, didn't they, for you, anyway?
Are you trying to make a point? I know your mother and I screwed up, so you don't have to keep
No, you two fought all the time. I didn't want you two to stay together. I didn't. But it hurts a little though, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Dad, I need to say something.
What?
I'm sorry for stealing from you. I'm sorry for taking your credit cards. It was wrong. I'll pay you back. I owe you that at least.
You're serious? You really want to pay me back?
It won't be much at first, but it will.
You know what I'd rather have?
What?
I'd rather have us back. I'd like to have a nice conversation and a good time together like we used to. I'd like to have some fun with you again.
So you're forgiving me?
Take the money, save some, will you? Get an apartment. Maybe I can come out from the city now and then, just hang out with you, meet your friends, have a beer, go to a movie. Does that sound okay?
Yes. And Dad, let's be happy for them, okay?
Maya exits. As she does, she sees George entering very quietly. George puts his finger to his lips in a shh motion. Maya blows him a kiss and then turns her back and heads upstairs. Trent starts when he hears the bedroom door click shut.
You shouldn't be up.
4 times a night. Can't help it.
So just lurking and eavesdropping then?
Might as well. I'm too excited to sleep tonight anyway. So, Maya's lobbying my case, I think.
Dad, I'm fine.
You want to sit with me for a minute?
Not really, no.
Friend, pull up a chair for your old dad, will you please? No, I was 14 when I joined the Air Force and learned to fly.
I know.
I said I was 18, lied about it to get in, nearly killed your grandmother. I couldn't wait to get up and roll that thing. First time up, I was jumpy and nervous and happier than I've ever been in my life. I felt like my eyes were opening up for the first time. I was seeing my world the way I always wanted to see it, the way it was supposed to be. And I never got over that feeling, not once. I loved it my whole life.
Yep, you've told me.
Well, son, this is better than that. I never, ever get over holding that woman in my arms. I never do.
I'm happy for you, Dad. I really am.
I loved your mother, Trent. I did.
Just not like this.
No. Your mother never pushed back. She just accepted. She was even. No highs and lows. I don't think she ever bantered with me the whole time we were married.
You never fought?
Oh, you fought. Silent. Stand-ups and then some kind of quiet resolution. Ruby and I talk to each other. We say what we mean. We say it out loud.
You could call it you two do bickering.
Stupid thing, huh? I find that sexy. A woman with guts, mouthy and strong and full of piss and vinegar. I see her across a room and I get excited. That's the truth. Here's the thing, Trent. To get another chance, to do it better the second time, it doesn't mean the first time wasn't good. It was good. But to keep loving and let it take you someplace you never thought you'd go. Letting yourself see a brand new landscape from a whole new soaring view. That's what's thrilling. To get to love at all is something, son, but to get to love again and to be thrilled, that's the gift.
You really want this, Dad?
More than anything,
Then what say we get you married?
Scene 23, living room and kitchen. 2 days later, Kat sits on the stairs, dressed in a simple chic dress, writing in a black leather-bound folder, practicing the ceremony. Maya is in the kitchen making food with Georgia, placing canapes on a platter. Champagne flutes are stacked up along the sideboard next to a small wedding cake. Lexi and Dan are trying to attach a beautiful lace puff canopy to poles.
Hey, do we really have to hold this thing up during the ceremony? Can't we rig it so it stands up by itself?
I think that's the ritual, right, Kat? Your loved ones holding you up as you exchange vows or something like that?
Yes, we create a home with open walls so we're all welcomed in.
Well, that just makes me want to cry.
Oh, Maya, this canopy is incredible. Guys, you need to taste this.
Hey, hands off the reception
Oh,
food.
no. This is orgasmic. They have to taste it.
Oh my God, I feel like we've set sail on the love boat with all of this mirth around here.
See, it is television all over, but leave it to you to come up with the one show I always found time to miss.
Hey, everybody stop. I want to say something. I've never felt so lucky to be part of a family ever.
We're just like rose bushes, prickly and sweet with only the occasional blood drawing.
Serious, you guys. But I'm happy for the first time in a long, long time.
Trent enters from the front door with Ruby and George on his heels. George's mouth is covered with Ruby's lipstick. They kiss and giggle.
Everybody get ready. They're slobbering all over each other like 15-year-olds. Brace yourselves.
Tough to keep the lipstick on. You're dying for the splash of color, but the tongue twirling is just too breathtaking to resist. Okay, Mom, in here, let's set your veil. Come on.
Dad, you're with me. I've got your jacket.
I should.
All right, let's go.
A moment later, later, Georgia, Maya, and Dan move to hold the wedding canopy as Trent takes the fourth corner and guides George to his standing place underneath it. Ruby comes out of the bedroom with Kat holding a small floral bouquet. She takes her place next to George as Kat faces them.
Keep this short and sweet, dear, or George will end up in a puddle of tears.
You ready, George?
Been ready.
Okay. George Edmund Lampert, will you take this woman, Ruby Hannah Kostler, as your wife, your friend, and your lover? Will you hold her close and open yourself to joy with her for all of your days?
For all of my days left, I will, for every single one.
And will you, Ruby Hannah Kostler, take this man, George Edmund Lampert, to be your husband, to hold him dear to your heart, to stand with him as an equal all the days of your life together?
I will. Dearest George, I will.
Trent, can we have the rings?
Ruby, I promise you my whole heart and every bit of love I have for you.
Dearest George, I never want to be apart from you again.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Anyone have a bucket of water? You still have to break the glass.
Mom and George.
No, to all of us, to finding happiness again and again. And my darling Ruby, to love.
To love.